What's up, guys? This is Webby back again for your SmackDown live review for February 6th, 2018. SmackDown tonight. Decent show. Had a lot of things happen on it. More tease between the Bludgeon Brothers and the Usos, which I'm about to talk about. For who the Usos will be defending tag team championship against. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn determine who will be facing AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. Rusev versus Bobby Roode for the United States Championship. All that plus so much more happened on this edition on SmackDown Live. First off, if you're a subscriber, thank you very much. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for all notifications. Follow me on Facebook at 2007Webby. Go back and check Monday Night Raw review where I discussed Roman Reigns taking on Bray Wyatt, where I discussed everybody that's being in the women's Elimination Chamber matchup, and the fact that we already know who's coming out last in the Elimination Chamber matchup for the men. All that plus so much more on the men's Elimination Chamber match on Monday Night Raw review last night. Very interesting Raw review. Go back and check it out. Now, SmackDown tonight. The Usos, the Bludgeon Brothers. This is very interesting, because the Usos come out and they, quite frankly, have been the most dominant, awesome tag team in all WWE all year, part of last year, for quite some time now. Ever since they took off the face paint and all that stuff, they've been the best tag team. I think almost everybody can agree with that. And they came out and they let everybody know about that tonight. Since they've taken off the face paint, what they've done, since they got rid of all the Samoan drops and got the kicks and all that stuff. Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. Well, before this, the Bludgeon Brothers had a squash match. Now, like some of you, I am getting a little tired of the Bludgeon Brothers having just squash matches. I mean, let's just face it. Enhancement talent, and then they squash the Extension, and then they squash Breezango, and you can add everybody else in there that has come in their path and they've squashed them. And I get it. That's how you build people up the old school way in the WWE. However, it's rinse and repeat now. Just like Braun Strowman was, where people were just starting to get tired of it. And then, boom, he had something with Roman Reigns, and that got him extremely over. So, when I was watching that match tonight, I was thinking, I wish something exciting or something would happen with these guys that would be different, would tease a rivalry. Well, as we know, last week, the Usos also cut a promo stating how awesome they are and everybody that's in their penitentiary. And they said they could defeat anybody in that SmackDown locker room on tag team division, including brothers. Bludgeon Brothers automatically came out and they locked eyes. I thought, well, there's a tease of a rivalry. This week, Bludgeon Brothers get done with their matchup. The Usos come out. Once again, they're locking eye to eye. And then the Bludgeon Brothers pick up their hammers and walk off. No question in my mind, these two tag teams are going to lock horns, probably at FastLane. Can definitely see that. If not, I do not understand why these two tag teams are crossing each other's path every week. But it would be very interesting to see what these two tag teams can do inside the squared circle. And honestly, it would be a huge rub for the Bludgeon Brothers to beat the Usos for the tag team championships. I would definitely like to see that. Rusev versus Bobby Roode for the United States Championship. Now, look, I think a lot of people during this matchup were chanting Rusev Day, Rusev Day, Rusev Day, Rusev Day. You still had your Bobby Roode fans, don't get me wrong. And I'm sure some of you out there, Bobby Roode fans. However, Rusev and Aiden English, with one hashtag, has gotten so over. WWE needs to really just give Rusev a huge push, a huge shot straight up on SmackDown Live. Instead of these matches where he continues to go out and get cheered and cheered and cheered and cheered and lose almost every week. Now some of you might say, well, maybe last week he won. Now sure he did. He did to win the opportunity to face Bobby Roode, but when the match actually counted and mattered, he still lost. So he's got to win when it counts. So I hope in the future WWE does a smart thing, just like they did with Shinsuke Nakamura with the Royal Rumble, and give Rusev tag team championships eventually after this Bludgeon Brother and Uso thing is out of the way. Or give him the United States Championship again for the third time, or Money in the Bank, or something. Rusev needs something with how over he is with the fans. But Bobby Roode picks up the victory. Kind of saw it coming. He just won the United States Championship. He's not going to lose it this quick. He's definitely going to keep it at least until WrestleMania. Definitely see that. Liv Morgan versus Charlotte. Now here's something I did like about this contest. The fact that it was not a tag team encounter. It was a singles matchup. It wasn't one of those contests where, we had to see all of the Riot Squad destroy someone else from the roster again. Charlotte picks up the victory. Now, I do wish every time one of the other members of the roster picks up a victory, it doesn't always have to end with the referee saying, "You're out of here," to the other members. Because it does it with the ref does it with the Miztourage, the ref does it with the Riot Squad, the ref does it with Absolution. When they lose, every time almost, it seems like. It's either the ref throws them out, there's a brawl, something. Unless it's Titus Worldwide. then Titus O'Neil just kind of stands there like this and watches. Worldwide? That's beside the point. Point is, Charlotte picks up the victory tonight, looking strong after getting dominated, destroyed by the Riot Squad last week. Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles started off the show tonight talking about how Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn really don't deserve another shot for the WWE Championship, according to Shane McMahon. However, Daniel Bryan has other thoughts. Daniel Bryan decides, well, I just thought they would beat each other up senseless, pretty much, until they decide who is the number one contender. Making them so weak until they pretty much can't defend themselves. Is the gist of that, where he was going with that. And finally, AJ Styles just heard enough. And I don't blame him, because each and every week we hear the same rinse and repeat out of Shane and Daniel Bryan arguing and babbling back and forth about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That he says, look, I can handle everything. I can handle being on the road. I can handle being the WWE champion. I can handle all this. But I can't handle two authority figures griping and complaining about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Just let them have their match. Let them decide who's the number one contender. And let's have the match at FastLane. We didn't even see the authority figures during the match. While the match was going on tonight in the main event. Now, as far as the main event is concerned, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, look, it wasn't the best match that they have ever produced. But the fact that we are getting a triple threat match at FastLane, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship, I can't help but be a little disappointed. Now, I understand why they're doing it. Okay. Build some more tension, breakup between the two. Right. That. Or they finally get on the right page and say, you know what? The authority figures on SmackDown just want to tear us apart. So, we want to face Shane and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. So, it's either going to be those two tearing up and breaking up at FastLane, or that. Either way, I was really hoping tonight Sami Zayn would have won this contest. Because, look, we saw Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles for the United States Championship. 1, 2, 3 or 4 times. Then we saw Kevin Owens and AJ Styles with Sami Zayn at the Royal Rumble. And now we're going to see him again at FastLane. Wanted something a little bit different. I think everybody wanted something a little bit different. Some of you might like this, some of you might not. That's why we're all wrestling fans. We all have different tastes as far as matches. I'm just getting a little tired of seeing the same thing. Sami Zayn, AJ Styles, we have seen before, but seeing a pay-per-view would be a little bit different instead of the same thing that we've seen, rinse and repeat. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin versus the Extension. Who cares? Who cares? The mighty has fallen on Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. They went from being tag team contenders to facing jobbers. It's amazing what happens after you lose to the Usos. 1, 2, 2 or 3, 4 times? You've had your chance. Nothing's going to save you now. I don't care what anybody says. And that was SmackDown tonight. Oh, no. One more thing. WWE's Top 10. The one thing about this show that really just did not really seem like it was a superstar's choice. It was WWE's choice. I mean, let's be honest here. We had Ty Dillinger at number 10, according to the wrestlers. Come on. Give me a break here. Now, if that's Superstar's choice, here's to you. But that seems like something that the WWE would just try to force down our throat because, quite frankly, his catchphrase, 10, 10, 10, perfect 10. We had Charlotte and AJ Styles, number 1 and 2. AJ 1, Charlotte 2. The top 2 champions in the WWE as far as the picks. Now, just those 3 alone. Never mind everybody else that's in that. Doesn't that just speak out? WWE just giving us their own top 10. Not what the superstars pick. You have to give us a little bit better of a mix than that. The only thing that gave me at least a little bit of a, hey, this looks a little bit believable, was Randy Orton was number 9. But how could you not even have Rusev Day on that top 10? I agree with Corey Graves on that. Come on, WWE. Can do better than that. But that was SmackDown tonight. Let me know what you're thinking in comments below. Subscribe. Everything else I mentioned at the beginning. Until I see you again, this is Webby. I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.